Adik sat there for quite a while after Siya left. Every word Siya had said echoed in his ears. After a long time, he thought to himself and got up from his place, went to his car parked at a distance, and drove away at full speed. After driving continuously at full speed for about 2 hours, he reached a deserted area. A little further ahead, there was a small wooden house. He stopped his car there, got out, and went straight inside the house. It was afternoon, and complete silence enveloped the place. Adik went to his room, took out his blood and set it aside, and tossed his shoes here and there. Taking some time, he sat on the sofa and went into a room, closed the door, and lay down. He started staring at the ceiling until 1 o'clock. When he closed his eyes, he remembered Siya's smiling face, which was calling him brother with countless love and hope in her eyes. There was a big smile on her face, and she was holding something in her hands. Adik, who was about to place his hand on Arti Bandaria's head, suddenly felt his eyes changing. Instead of that laughing, smiling Siya, the face of a crying Siya appeared. Someone was hurting her, and Siya was crying and screaming, but the person standing in front showed no mercy towards her. She was calling out to her brothers, mother and father, while crying and wailing. Suddenly, Atik opened his eyes and started breathing heavily. By now he was completely drenched in sweat. He held his head with both hands and began to think about what he had just seen. For some reason, a strange pain had risen in his heart. He was feeling restless. When he looked around, he was startled, because in front of him were his elder brother, Ram, and younger brother Naksh, sitting on the sofa, looking at him. Their attention was drawn to him due to his sudden shock. Ram came over to him and looked at him, while Naksh brought a glass of water and placed it in front of him. Adik quickly grabbed the glass of water, finished it in one gulp, and placed the glass back on the table. Sitting beside him and looking into his eyes, he asked, "What happened?" Naksh inquired, "Yes, brother. What happened? We have been calling you for a long time, but you didn't pick up our calls or message us. We were very tense, which is why we tracked your location and came here. And when we arrived, you were sleeping here and mumbling in your sleep. Now you suddenly got up like this. Everything is fine, right? Did something happen?" Atik looked at both of them and said, "Did we do something wrong to her? Don't we need her in these bad days? Don't you consider her your sister? Are we nothing to her? Will we never hear brother from her mouth? Can't we see that old love in her cold, empty eyes? Can't she see us?" He sometimes fell silent while speaking. Hearing his questions and words, Ram understood who he was talking about. Naksh also realized what his brother was referring to. Although Naksh was a carefree person who didn't worry about anything, he would do anything for his family and brothers. Ram looked at him and asked, "What happened? Why are you suddenly saying such things?" To which Atik recounted everything that had happened in the morning at school and the conversations with Siya in the garden. In response, Naksh angrily said, "Brother, what do you need from her? What was the need to go help that girl? Didn't you see how she is? You were there to help her, but what did she do? Insulted you. If she is saying she doesn't want any relationship with us, then why are you so affected? Anyway, how well do we even know her? How long have we been with her that we feel so attached? I'm telling you, she is just doing all this to get our attention. She can never change. She is just acting. Have you forgotten what she did to Princess? How scared and how much she cried because of her?" Listening to his words, for some reason, Adik got angry. And he almost shouted at him, "She is our sister. Whether you believe it or not, we are blood relatives. Do you understand? And she is not acting. She has truly distanced herself from all of us, very far. And the reason for her becoming like this is also us. Don't forget that because of our mistakes, she has become like this today. Because of our mistakes, she is behaving this way with us now, because this is what we did to her." Hearing their words, Naksh fell silent. Adhik stood up from his place and went to the window. He was very angry, and he didn't want to take out his anger on his brothers. Therefore, he was trying to calm himself, and the cool breeze outside was helping him. Looking at Ram, he signaled with his eyes to stay calm and said, looking at Adik, "So you are right that we are blood relatives. But what about Princess? She has been with us since childhood. We can't stop her from going to school now, can we? And one more thing, this might be fine for everyone. It's better if she is okay and we stay apart. She will never be happy with us." The smile I saw on her face when she was with Mr. Bajaj was something she used to have for us, but it is no longer there. And we can't force her to stay with us. Hearing this, Atik closed his eyes, thought about that dream, and then looking up at the sky, he said, "Isn't that what you don't understand, brother? What happened in that short time that Siya, who always used to circle around us with love in her eyes, calling us brothers, considering us, her family, suddenly became like this? A person doesn't change just like that. Brother, I feel like something very big must have happened that we are unaware of. And because of that, she is like this today. Otherwise, you also know how she was when she first came home with Grandpa, and how she is today. Such a big change doesn't happen just like that. Just think about it, brother. Okay, their relationship was just a name, but now she doesn't trust us. She doesn't trust. She trusts that stranger she met just a little while ago. Why? Why does she choose him over us? Something must have happened that we are unaware of. Then looking at Ram, he asked, "Brother, did you find out about that? What exactly happened to her when she was taken to the hospital? Did you find out anything?" Hearing his words, Ram, who was lost in thought, came back to his senses due to his questions. Looking at him, he said, "From the way Mr. Bajaj's PA spoke, I felt something was off. That's why I tried to gather information about that hospital, but..." Naksh interrupted. "But what, brother?" "To..." Which Ram replied, "It's very strange. There is no record of Siya there. I inquired a lot in other places too. But according to them, no girl named Siya was ever admitted there." Hearing this, Naksh almost shouted, "What? But how can this be? They took her to the hospital right in front of us, didn't they?" Listening to their conversation, Adhik was now getting angry at himself. He almost hit his hand on a painting on the wall, causing the frame to break, and the glass cut his hand. A little blood started to trickle out. He said, "It's all our fault. Just because of that maid's words, we shouldn't have sent her away. Everything started from there. The root of all the trouble is from there. We never gave her a chance to speak. Never asked her, just blamed her, and sent her straight to the hospital based on one person's words." Saying this, he kept punching the wall, saying, "This is what we deserve." She was absolutely right. This is what we deserve. Seeing his behavior, Ram and Naksh quickly moved towards him. They tried to stop him from doing all this. They were also realizing their mistakes, but they couldn't understand why Atik was thinking so deeply all of a sudden. What had happened?